like everything that I say or other promoters say, but you just have to talk about it. You can't walk down the street, particularly in the UK, not yet in America, without people talking about boxing. Who's Joshua fighting? Oh, is Fury going to fight him? What's he going to? You know, everyone's talking about boxing. So keep talking and keep supporting.
One last thing. You said something on in an interview about Pacquiao and Broner.
Yeah.
How do you see that fight
All
going
I said
down?
was, someone said to me, "Do you like that fight?" And I was like, "It's not. It's a good fight, but it doesn't interest me as a pay-per-view."
Let that go. Let that go.
Yeah.
Who cares about what that?
Because
But who do you see that fight? How do you see that fight going down? Whatever that. Fuck all that. No.
Pacquiao points. Why? And I think, like the Mikey Garcia fight, really, I think I don't see Broner as a guy that's going to force the action. I think Pacquiao's going to be in and out, nick him rounds, and I see him winning, and then they'll announce the Floyd Mayweather fight for September in the ring on Saturday.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure. Have a good one.
Hey, Eddie Hearn, let me ask you this question. What happened with Big Baby fight?
So basically, we were talking about Big Baby fighting on Friday.
Yeah.
He's been very, very active. He boxed on October 20th,
Yeah.
then he boxed on November 17 as well. And we were looking at putting him in here. Because we made that decision probably like 2 weeks out, no disrespect to the guys that we were talking to, but we didn't really have guys who made a matchup particularly exciting.
Gotcha.
A couple of those guys got turned down by the commission, who were undefeated, by the way, just because they felt like they weren't of Miller's standard. And then another guy that got mentioned was Joey DeWeco, who's actually got a draw with Jarrell Miller.
Oh, wow, okay.
But he's a guy who's extremely tough, extremely durable. He went 10 rounds recently with Jennings and 10 rounds recently with Fedosov. And I think Jarrell just looked at it and sort of said, look, do I want to be in a scrappy 10-rounder against this guy when I'm trying to campaign for a fight against Joshua and Wyatt? You know, it's a time to raise his stock, not deplete it. So if he doesn't get the Joshua fight, he'll go in February at the end, and then he'll look for a big fight after that.
So so if he doesn't get the fight, well, the fight is not on, and so you're saying,
Yeah, Jarrell, despite what people think, Jarrell has not been made an offer to fight Anthony Joshua.
why is that?
Because we're not close to that fight, because Joshua has asked me to focus on 3 people in this order. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte, Jarrell Miller.
In that order?
In that order.
Okay.
Right?
So to clear up everything.
So we
in
haven't
that order.
got to that stage yet.
Gotcha.
Okay? So really, I don't want to make Jarrell an offer until that's a realistic possibility. I'm not asking him to hold out. Like he could go off and take another fight and say, "Fuck you, Joshua, I'm not fighting."
Yeah.
But obviously he wants to fight for the world heavyweight title. So I don't want to mess Jarrell around. That fight's either a possibility or it's not. It is, but we're not at a stage where it's worth yet me making him an offer for that fight. These other guys could come back, accept offers, and then their fights are going. So, but knowing how the conversations are going with Wilder, Fury, and Dillian Whyte, I do think it is a possibility.
Gotcha.
Because we're not making particularly great progress with any of those 3. So maybe we can't get any of them over the line. And then Jarrell, for me, I like the option of Anthony making his US debut this summer. I think his profile is not big enough here yet, same with a lot of fighters, and filling up the MSG with 19,000, 20,000 people as a Brit would be a major, major statement. And if you're looking to make a US debut, in my opinion, there'd be no one better to do it against than Jarrell Miller, who is a good, hungry, tough heavyweight, who has a big mouth, who is from New York.
How much time is on the table for the
10
decision?
days.
So for Tyson Fury, or was it Tyson Fury?
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Wilder?
look, you see the purse bid stuff ordered today as well.
Yeah.
60-40, Tyson's not going to like that, but maybe they make a deal, I don't know. But we've made offers to all those guys.
All 3.
Apart from Miller.
Okay.
And if one of them wants to take it, the fight could be done today. But I don't know, because I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. If you look at now the 60-40 order from the WBC, it's a purse bid scenario. So if I'm Tyson Fury or I'm Deontay Wilder, they don't have contracts with broadcasters. I'd be thinking, wow, the way boxing is right now, let's roll it to a purse bid. What are DAZN going to bid for that fight? I mean, it's unlimited. What are Showtime going to bid for that fight? What are Top Rank and ESPN going to bid for that fight?
Gotcha.
But Tyson won't want 60-40. He'll think he should probably, if Tyson wants 50-50 against Joshua, he should probably want 60-40 against Wilder.
Yeah.
Because he's already beaten him. Yeah. But he just don't own the belt.
So let's say
Eddie, we saw Anthony Joshua. He came out not too long ago. He said that Amir Khan, Kell Brooks should be at 50-50. Any big fight should be 50-50 in the negotiations. If that's his thought pattern, then why don't he offer that to Deontay Wilder?
Neither guy is a belt holder. So, with all due respect, I know you're Deontay Wilder guy, but you can't.
I'm just regular.
But on any planet you live on, right, whether it's Earth or Mars, Deontay Wilder cannot get 50-50 for an Anthony Joshua fight. You have to respect him, and his stock now is much higher than the conversations that we would have had 6 months ago or 12 months ago. Okay, he's very relevant in the fight. It's no longer just a pure A side and this other guy over here. But we have to talk about levels, we have to talk about earnings, we have to talk about what people are bringing to the table. Deontay Wilder brings an awful lot to that table. If you ask people seriously, do you believe that 60-40, you're really telling me that's not a fair split in that fight?
But he asked for 60-40, but originally you guys turned it down. So why didn't you guys take it back in July?
He didn't ask for 60. All these things that you've got to understand. There's the truth and there's things that people say. And maybe you don't think I'm telling the truth, but I can tell you he never asked for 60-40. Okay? He asked. We made him an offer. This is the exact process. We made him a financial offer of $12.5 million. He said no. We made him another offer for $15 million. He said yes. We sent the contract, he never sent it back. They never even replied. Right? You don't have to worry about if I'm telling the truth. I'm just telling you what happened. You choose to believe me or not. Okay? So that happened. Then we fought Povetkin. He boxed Fury. Right? Then we went back and said, okay, fair play, no problem. We're now going to give you a percentage. Right? I might as well tell you, we offered him 65-35. Right? With also the same $15 million guarantee. Right? This time,
percentage
both, mm-hmm. Right? But in the first offer, which they accepted, there was a one-way rematch for Anthony Joshua. Right? So it's 15 million. If Joshua loses, we do the rematch in America for 50-50. In the new offer that we sent, 65-35 plus the guarantee, it was a guaranteed two-way fight. Okay? So if Wilder lost, we still do fight 2 in America. If Wilder won, we still do fight 2 in America. And I might as well just tell you the numbers now. If Wilder lost in the first fight, he would get 70-30 in the second fight. So he'd get another crack with just 5% less. If he won that, it would be a 50-50 fight in America. Right? That was the offer. From then, now, we're increasing that offer. We'll go to 60-40 for that fight. No problem. But I can't honestly, when someone isn't replying to me, or just saying, okay,